Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Emerald City Sports, the podcast. It is Martin, and we got Jacob over here. Josh is at he was at the dentist, so he's not able to make it today. So it's the two of us, and we got a
Yes,
little bit of stuff to go to, but it's not really too much, honestly. It's not really. We're not going to be talking a lot about Seattle sports today. We're actually going to be spending a bit of time nationally, but let's get the Seattle stuff out of the way first by talking about the Seattle Mariners. They are starting to pick the pace up once again. They swept the Athletics, and then they won the series against the Pirates. Now they are currently in a series against the Yankees, and they lost the first game. But, I mean, they're the Yankees. Come on. We already know how good the New York Yankees can be. Jacob, what were your thoughts about the Athletic sweep and then winning the Pirates series?
A's sweep. I knew going into that A's series. Okay, I don't know if we were going to sweep them, but I knew for a fact that we were winning that series. It's the Oakland A's. Come on, they suck, bro. I'm sorry, but they suck. And Pirates going into the series, I wasn't sure. I thought the Mariners could take that. After that, getting the momentum from the A's series was great, and I think there's a chance. I don't know who's pitching tonight. Who's pitching tonight?
It's going to be Logan Gilbert.
We might. Hey, we could take a game against the Yankees tonight. I don't know, but for a fact, I knew that A's series was the Mariners and
For
Pirates. Sure. After that first game, I wasn't sure. After the second game, okay, we're taking that 5-0 shutout. Next game, we won in, what was it, extra innings?
Yep.
Extra innings.
Gino Suarez with the walk-off home run in the 10th. That was pretty nice. It's kind of nice to see Gino finally pick it up again because we haven't seen that much from him, honestly.
But he's just been, quiet. Not doing anything too good, but not doing anything too bad either, which for a Mariners player not doing anything bad right now is a really good thing. We'll take it. Julio's picking it back up. Average jumped up a ton. Went from batting like 207, 208, now batting 240.
Yep.
Chance he might make the All-Star team again. Hopefully. I mean, it's in Seattle. Come on, we need face of Seattle to be All-Star player in Seattle. Yankee series, I don't think we're gonna win that, but if we can take a game in it, that will be fine. That will be perfectly fine.
And then after that, you have the 3-game series in Texas against the Rangers, who have been kind of the surprise team this year because they have been doing pretty dang good.
I'm not surprised.
I believe they're at the top, and I mean, a lot of people weren't expecting them. They're expecting the Astros and the Mariners to be at the top, but then out of nowhere, the Rangers kind of came up. No one was really expecting. They were like the sleeper, but like everyone was sleeping on them in the first place. And
do you know who's going to be doing that exact same thing in the NFL this year?
Who?
The Carolina Panthers. They're a sneak team. I don't know if you've been noticing. They've got some crucial offseason pickups.
I suppose. Trades. We'll see how the coaching staff does with Bryce Young, though, honestly, because I think it all really the success of the Panthers is probably going to depend on how well Bryce Young plays, because he is going to be the new face of the franchise, and if the coaches don't train him well and don't let him adjust, it's probably not going to go well for them in the end. But I mean, we'll see what happens. I see what you mean with the Panthers there. I mean,
Miles Sanders, Adam Thielen, bringing some experienced players that are still decent. I mean, Miles Sanders all-star running back, yeah. Or not all-star, my bad. Pro Bowl running back. Not much better than that. Come on now. Yeah, I think Panthers are gonna win that division and be the surprise team, just like the Rangers.
Yeah, I mean, they really could sneak in. But then again, I mean, the NFC South really has no competition. I mean, Brady is gone. The Saints have no clue what they're doing. They have, Derek Carr or whatever. The Falcons are always just bad, and so yeah, you're right. The Panthers might sneak into that 4 seed, but I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, if they get in, that'd be nice, but I wouldn't be surprised if they get an early exit in the wild card. Um,
Oh yeah,
Coming back
but
to the Mariners, Jacob, what are you expecting from after the Yankee series? How do we adjust heading down to Texas to face those Rangers?
I say just get the bats going. I mean, all we need to do is just pitch solid. There's gonna be a lot of pitching battles, but if we get the bats going and are able to hit off of these uh pitchers that the Rangers have, I think we'll be good. I mean, they got. I mean, I'm sure DeGrom's gonna probably pitch against us once this series, so I think we just need to just play good offense and just outscore them, which the Mariners are not that great at. But if they're able to start doing that, then I think they could be a playoff team this year.
Yeah, and speaking of bats, yeah, we got to talk about Julio Rodriguez here. Man, has he been catching fire. I mean, that first month, man, a lot of Mariners fans, us included, were kind of freaking out because he was batting 207 or something. But in the last few games, he has really improved. Like you said, Jacob, he went from what, 207 to now he's at 247, which is pretty dang good. I mean, that is like 40 that's a point four increase right there. That's exactly what you want to see from the guy who is supposed to be and will be the face of your franchise for the next 10, 15 years or so. In his last 7 games, he's batting 4.33 average. That is just insane. Along with those 3 home runs, he's finally starting to pick it up. He's not trying to like get a home run, shoot the ball to Mars every single time anymore, which is a really good thing. He's just trying to get quality hits and just making contact with the bat, and that's really how it's going to work. Jacob, what have you seen from Julio these last few games?
Hits. He's just getting solid at bats, a lot of hits, like 2 hits, like almost every game it seems like. And if you're doing that, you can't ask for more of that. Like batting 500 in for around most of these games. Like there's nothing better than just a guy who's able to get on base, get hits, home runs here and there. Like what more do you want out of him? Like he's doing what he's doing.
Agreed. I mean, and like you said, I mean, he still has a chance to go for a run in that All-Star bid. I mean, it is in Seattle, like you said, Jay. We gotta have the biggest name in Seattle baseball right now should be representing us. We'll see if he continues to stay at this pace. It would be pretty nice.
He's voting too, so I think he's like a fan favorite guy. So
that's true. And I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing him try to have a go in the home run derby again. I mean, he was pretty dang close last year. If he just didn't waste his energy at the very beginning, I think he would have won.
I'm going
honestly.
to the All-Star game.
You're going to All-Star game, dude. Just tell us everything that happens. I mean, it's gonna be freaking fire. I mean, it's been a while since Seattle has hosted something huge sports-wise. I mean, we're probably never gonna host a Super Bowl. We are gonna host the World Cup though, but it's been a while since we've. It's been a while.
Huge.
It's been a while since we've hosted an All-Star game. The last time was in 2001.
Have we ever hosted a Super Bowl?
Never. I don't think they're ever gonna let us host a Super Bowl because the weather's too cold here in February. It's usually rainy.
Dude, you're not remember in New York?
Yeah, but and then also the seating in the stadium. Lumen is
CenturyLink just. Or I mean, not CenturyLink. Lumen, is it just tiny? Or
yeah, it's considered tiny because they want the big things with a lot of capacity, 70K or something like that. And then also just the stuff around Seattle is not a good look already. So I mean, they have to do a lot of work if they want to get a Super Bowl there. But I think for now, I don't think it would be possible. But we'll see what happens. I mean, it's nice that T-Mobile's getting it because I mean it's in the summer, it's nice weather. T-Mobile's a great venue, and then the up and coming Seattle Mariners will hopefully make a splash in the next few years. So that would be kind of nice. Anything else you want to add to this, Jacob?
For everybody watching in the video, I'm not this small. It's just this water bottle's huge. Trust me. And yeah, I'm excited. Hopefully Julio does a home run derby. Didn't he break some records last year when he did it?
I think he did. He was on an absolute tear. It's just It's a shame that he used so much of his energy trying to take out Pete Alonso that he just kind of gassed out at the end. But I mean, that was an impressive showing.
He had to beat Pete Alonso though. That guy.
He did beat Pete Alonso though, so that was huge already. I mean, I think this year he really could win it all if they bring him in again. He really could be there to take it all and take it as his own. All right, Jacob, we're gonna go nationally. Let's go to the NBA.
Oh my God.
That Eastern Conference Finals sure was something. Celtics and Heat. Man, when you thought the Heat already had it in the bag, the Celtics come storming back. The Heat had a 3-0 lead. And then the Celtics come back to tie it 3-3. But then in the very end, the Celtics lay an egg when it mattered most. And they just sold. They just straight up sold. So Miami's gonna go to the NBA Finals. So Jacob, I mean, what was your reaction to this chaotic Eastern Conference Finals?
All right, before this, I made a bet with my grandpa. It was only a quarter bet. It wasn't that much. But my ego almost got destroyed. So we were up 3-0, and I was talking all this smack. I was like, Miami owns Boston, saying just stuff like that, saying how Miami, like, after game 2, saying how Miami's already in the finals and stuff. And they're up 3-0. Piece of cake. Come on. I mean, it's not like it was a lot of money, but, like, I was talking so much. Saying how Jimmy Butler is having the greatest playoff run in NBA history. Saying stuff like he's been the best playoff player since Michael Jordan. All that. But they came back, and I was like, all right, I'm not going to say anything anymore. And then, boom, thank goodness Miami won that. Oh, my God. I would have been so mad if I was talking all that just for them to lose. Jimmy Butler's one of my favorite players, and Heat Nuggets on paper are a way better team, better all around. I'm taking the Heat. Come on now. I'm taking the Heat. Jimmy Butler just has ice in his veins, and he is he might be Michael Jordan's long lost son.
That's a pretty hot take there, but maybe we'll debate that next episode when Josh is here. Is Jimmy Butler Michael Jordan's long lost son?
You ever heard those conspiracies though, right?
I have heard of them. It's goofy, but conspiracy. I mean, that's why they're conspiracy theories. But it is pretty funny to watch them. I mean, like we could pull up next week with like DNA, like samples and whatever. That'd be pretty funny. With the Celtics, they really had it close. They were almost there, and then in the end, Jason Tatum gets injured right away. Jaylen Brown didn't really do enough, so the Celtics ended up falling in the end. But I mean, they it was just amazing for them to even come back in the first place. I mean, it looked like the Heat already had it in the bag, just for the Celtics to come storming back. But unfortunately, in the end, they could not go finish it. So, like we said, Heat's Nuggets is gonna be the NBA Finals this year. And Jacob, you already said you had the Heat, but I don't know who to pick here. Me personally, I feel like I might want to side with Denver, just because of how handily they destroyed the Lakers. I mean, you see, like the team. For some reason, the team that gets the most hype is always the team that barely squeaks out the win, and usually the team that dominates is pushed aside, and then in the end, the team that dominates just ends up dominating the overhyped team. I feel like that might be the case here. I feel like this is what's gonna happen. Is the Nuggets are just gonna end up taking over everything. Jokic. He's just gonna dominate. I see him as NBA Finals MVP, honestly. I see, like, I don't know, maybe a 5-game, 6-game, something like that. Maybe Nuggets in 5 or 6, something like that. Because, I mean, they just steamrolled through their competition, and I think they're gonna steamroll through the Heat too. But we'll see what happens. I mean,
no, I'm just kidding. Not in 4. Heat not in 4.
I mean,
Heat in 6. and 6. I'm
Okay,
gonna say
I
Heat
can
and
see. I
6.
mean, Jimmy Butler has been on absolute fire, so I wouldn't be surprised either. I mean, that guy really deserves a ring, just for the way he's been buzzing, but to get back to where he is now, it's pretty dang impressive. So I mean, Heat and Nuggets, it is gonna be a pretty fire, finals. We'll see what goes down there. All right, going to the NHL. Another final is going to be happening soon. As the Stanley Cup final is here, it's going to be the Florida Panthers versus the Vegas Golden Knights. I almost said vegan Golden Knights for some reason. The Vegas Golden Knights. Man, the Golden Knights. How do you guys do it? Like a freaking expansion team from 3 years ago, they've already made it to the Stanley Cup twice. Now, maybe this time they'll pull out a win, but still, 2 times in like 3 years, and it's your first 3, 4 years, something like that. That is freaking impressive. Jacob, what are you thinking about this Stanley Cup final?
The Stanley Cup final. I'm chewing chips.
ASMR,
Um,
ASMR.
I think with the way the games are set up, I think Golden Knights are gonna take this in like 5 games. But you know, but the Florida Panthers have played amazing opponents and beat them all. They beat the Bruins in 4. They beat the Maple Leafs in 5, and they did not beat the Bruins in 4. They beat the Bruins in 7, Maple Leafs in 5, and the Hurricane in 4. Swept the Hurricane in the conference finals, or I don't know what they call it, conference final. Yeah, conference finals. Um, yeah, I see that they beat many great opponents, but I think Golden Knights just are a more like powerful team, I guess you could say. Because Florida Panthers. Actually, you know what? I'm saying the Florida Panthers. No, never mind. My logic
Switched
with
it
the
up right there.
Panthers. My logic with the Panthers right now is the same logic I'm going on with the Heat and the Nuggets. Like, I like Nuggets more powerhouse team, saying all that stuff. So Gold Knights and stuff. But the Panthers are this team that's just fighting back and making it all the way there. I'm going Panthers. Screw it, I'm going
Wow.
Panthers. Come on.
Okay.
All right, thinking about it, it's the same thing with the Heat and the Nuggets. Panthers in 6.
Well, I mean, honestly, I see the Golden Knights winning here. They've been pretty dominant this season. But I mean, we're not experts on NHL. Josh is probably once Josh watches this, he'll just be rolling our eyes at our reasoning. But whatever. It is what it is. I see the Golden Knights in 5, and you got the Panthers in 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, that's our predictions for the NHL. Um, other than that, I mean, that's kind of it. It's a kind of a short episode. There's not that much going on.
We can
So,
talk about
ah,
we can talk about a little bit more stuff, I guess. We could talk about yeah.
blank. What else could we talk about, really? Um,
Mm, how about uh hmm let's talk about some football because we always got to talk about a little bit of football.
all right. We'll go to the NFL a little bit. Um,
Take a look at new stuff.
I hear that a lot of analysts are saying JSN has been really dang good at OTAs though. I mean this really could be like, I mean, when you think about it, I mean, this guy could be huge. I mean, if he just stays not being injured, he will be that huge third wide receiver piece that we've been missing.
How about we do award predictions for the NFL?
War predictions? Dang, that's early. Why not?
Very
Why not?
early.
Why not? All right.
Screw it, we got nothing else to talk about.
All right. Who you got for MVP?
MVP Trevor Lawrence. I think I've told you guys this earlier.
Yeah, I don't know
Just
though.
although I don't
T-Law.
think Jaguars are such a strong team, I think they're gonna have the best record in the NFL next year, going 14-3. Just off of their strength of schedule, they get 6 automatic wins already. And the rest of the league 8-4. I see that happening, or not 8-4, 8-3. Sorry. They have a few tough games, but I think with Jaguars getting back Calvin Ridley, the receiving core now has gone from the worst receiving core in the league earlier a few years ago, is what I'm saying by earlier. Now being such an underrated core. You have Calvin Ridley, Zay Jones, and Christian Kirk. You got two guys that are gonna put up. Or last year, Kirk put up over 1,000 yards, like 1,100 and something like that. Ridley, if he plays like how he did before all the suspensions, that guy is a top 10 receiver, maybe even top 7. Bro, I don't know if you
Uh,
remember Ridley before suspensions. Dude
he
was
was
a
okay.
machine.
Yeah, he was pretty dang good. Not even gonna lie, but like,
Mm, He'd
dang,
be wide receiver one on. I think he'd be wide receiver one on the Seahawks, in my opinion.
really, I don't know. I mean, low key,
Actually, no, no, no,
I
no,
feel like you're
no, no.
overhyping them too much. But
I think JSN is going to be the number one receiver on the Seahawks next year over
by next
Metcalf and
year,
Lockett.
wow, I see him as number 2, and like Lockett moves to slot because he's the older veteran. For me, I think MVP would probably be who would be. I feel like Josh Allen, honestly. I feel like this right here.
Yeah,
This has to be the
valid.
Josh Allen revenge tour. He finally he needs
Mm.
to prove that he can take him to the Super Bowl.
I think Stephon Diggs is going to leave the Bills.
Really? I
He
mean,
unfollowed the Bills on social media
but
and followed like a bunch of other teams and
I
hasn't been like talking to like any of the like Bills coaches and discussing like anything with
I
them.
hate when receivers do that because that's just like such a diva move. We
Yeah.
see players do it all the time. It's like tiring. Like seriously, after like a couple weeks, they just go back to the team. It's so dumb. It's like they're trying to get attention, something like that. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with Diggs. But I would still say Josh Allen. I mean, he has been pretty good. Who else? How about offensive and defensive player of the year?
Offensive. Safe option to say is just Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
But I think the Vikings are gonna regress this year. Just by team record, I don't think he's gonna win it. Even though
They
he'll put up
are
probably
they are pretty
amazing
overrated.
numbers. Yeah. I think offensive player of the year. Who did I say before? Let me go back. I had it written down. Let me take a look at this. Let me take a look at this. I had it
Offensive
in my
player of the year.
notes.
Who would I go with? I feel like it's gonna be running back.
I'm not sure what I
I
said.
Okay, here. Hot take. Christian McCaffrey will be offensive player of the year.
Not
Because
a hot take. That's a pretty good take, actually.
well, I mean, he hasn't been a contender for a while, but I see it this year because of the scheme that the Niners play in, which kind of run heavy, and McCaffrey's gonna get to do a lot of things out there. So I see CMC possibly being
Oh, when I
offensive player of
sent
the
you
year.
guys the thing earlier, remember when I sent my predictions and the whole thing? I forgot to add an offensive player of the year.
Dude,
Let me think. Offensive player of the year, running back. I think it's gonna be a running back this year. Random teams, young running backs. Let me think. Saquon Barkley. Yeah,
okay.
Saquon Barkley.
Okay,
take
maybe
Saquon
I could see. This is like going back to like 2019 or whatever, when it's like CMC and Saquon were running the show.
Or
Um,
maybe Derrick Henry this year.
Derrick
Honestly,
Henry,
young quarterback Will Levis.
if he
If
like
he-
doesn't get injured too much, yeah, I think he has a good chance.
Mhm.
And then defensive player of the year,
Nick Bosa.
yeah, I see Nick Bosa doing
I
it
think
this
he's
year.
gonna win it this year and next year. I think he's gonna do three times.
Bosa has just been consistent. Those Bosas are just different. I mean, I agree with you. I mean, that could happen.
Not just one of them, both of them.
Both of them.
Both of them.
Wow, that is such a bad pun, my
That was
guy.
awful.
And then for the rookies, for uh,
That was so late.
for offensive rookie of the year, dude, they're probably gonna give it to like Bryce Young or something, something easy, and then
JSN.
yeah.
I'm
They always give it to a
between
quarterback, bro. Unless if they don't have a good quarterback, then they'll give it to like JSN. But there's good quarterbacks this year.
There's gonna be good quarterbacks.
And then defensively, you would probably have
defensive.
Hey, if
I said Witherspoon.
Witherspoon locks up, then he really could get it. He could be the new Sauce Gardner, low key.
Although I'm taking a look at Will Anderson.
That's true. Will
Dude's a
Anderson.
monster. Come on, man.
What if Jalen Carter wins? That'd be kind of funny if he
That'd
won.
be stupid. That'd be stupid.
Yeah,
He's not
yeah.
winning defensive. He's not winning defensive.
It'd be
rookie of the
funny
year.
though. And
I'll
then
be so mad.
what? Comeback player of the year is probably gonna be DeMar Hamlin, no matter what.
Yeah, I thought he won it this year.
No,
No, that was
he-
Gino. That was Gino.
Yeah, it was gonna be. No, I think next year's probably gonna be DeMar Hamlin, just for everything that he went through.
If he does,
Just
if he does good.
the
If he
fact
does
that
good. If
no,
he sucks, then he's not getting it.
no, but the fact that he basically died and they revived him, and now he's gonna be back on the field. I think they're gonna give it to him right away. Honestly, the fact that he even can step on the field and take a snap, they're probably gonna give him, comeback player of the year just right there. Like they might as well just give it to him week 1. Honestly.
Or following in Gino's footsteps, a quarterback that does bad and comes back good. Following in his father's footsteps, Gino, his father, Russell Wilson could win.
Dude, I don't know how to feel. Should we be rooting for Russell this year? I mean,
we don't have any picks anymore.
yeah, that's true. That's true. We feel bad. Yeah, that's true.
We owe him, bro.
Maybe we should root
I'm rooting
for him
for him
this
now.
year.
We don't have any picks
Yeah,
anymore.
that's true.
Not even
That's
in
true.
the same. Not even in the same.
Plot twist. Russell Wilson sucked on purpose to give the Seahawks all those good picks. Ever thought of that? That could be true. Maybe this year he'll. Okay, yeah, you're right. Maybe we should. Yeah, we should root for him this year. He's been through a bit. So it would be nice to actually see him do good. All right. Huh?
Coach of the year?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's a possible.
No, coach of the year. Who do you think?
Maybe
Sean Payton, dude. Sean Payton or Doug Peterson.
Doug Peterson, because of the Jags.
Jacksonville.
I'm gonna go Zach Taylor here. Zach Taylor of the Bengals. I mean, if he can keep the Bengals going consistent like that, maybe there's a good chance.
I say they win the Super Bowl.
Bengals win the Super Bowl, man. It's always hard to come back from the Super Bowl after something like that, like after losing a Super Bowl. It's always rough to come back. Unless you're the Chiefs, then it's so easy.
Yeah, unless you're the Chiefs who are not just the Chiefs. It's not even the Chiefs. It's Patrick Mahomes and it's Patrick Mahomes, Kelsey, and Coach Big Guy.
Reed.
Oh my God, Andy Reid.
Yeah. Dang, they got it good. All right. I think that's where we're gonna end the episode. We'll see you guys next time. Hopefully Josh comes back and we'll debate a little bit more about some goofy sports things. But until next time, stay tuned to Seattle Sports. We'll see you guys next time.
Broncos country, let's ride.